I don't know. It says 39 minutes. 37.
Yeah.
35. It's doing one of those things.
So. Yeah. Like I say, we'll vamp for the first bit. And I can bring up the first. And then you can summarize the first scene. It's quite easy in pictures anyway, so.
All right. Well, I think we're live. I didn't hit go live, but I don't have the go live option. It says end stream. So, hi. You guys hear us?
What? What?
Let us know if you can hear us, guys.
Like I said, we'll vamp for the first bit.
I didn't hit the go live button.
You can summarize the first scene.
We're live.
Pictures anyway, so. Anyway, hello, Stuart. Hello. We are back once again. Yesterday we looked at the Prodigy, with this episode being right here, waiting to be talked about. Almost 3 times the length. And it's funny in this episode to have the first 10 minutes be one scene. And that's half of a Prodigy episode. And it's like, wow. The difference in the scale is apparent when that sort of thing happens. But yes.
Yeah. My biggest thing is I don't know when the Disco Bridge became a Disney effects ride with the all at the same time on the same side, on each side. It looks silly, and it's the same flame each time.
Yes, the second viewing it becomes obnoxious. The first one I noticed it somewhat, but I was quite focused. The second time it is extremely apparent. It's I mean, 31st century comes flame cannons, I guess.
I guess so. Well, Olivia Julius throws in a $5 super chat to start us off. One thing on your ship that would have helped with the whole station thing, use your tractor beam, stabilize the station that way. We'll talk about that a little bit. There could be some issues with that, but yeah.
Well, Stuart would say tractor factor 5, 6, 7,
9.
9.
That needs a strong tractor factor.
Good. Yeah, we're early today. Hopefully we'll have a lot of you join in. This will be a long one, but it's definitely a lot of stuff to talk about. It's jam-packed. Maybe custard-packed, and it's a donut filled to the brim with many different sauces.
Something like that.
Something like that.
SWTX Chaser $2. They forgot to remove after the They forgot to remove it after the concert. Oh, the flamethrowers, yeah.
Yeah, future Daft Punk came as part of the show.
Yeah. They were rechristening the new ship.
Yes. And you have to, we used to christen it via a thing of champagne. Now it's fire.
Much fire everywhere.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, guys. Guys, spam the chat with your initial thoughts.
Yes, please do.
And I guess I'll start sharing. I really want 150 people here. I really want this to be a big, lot of people one.
Yeah, considering that it's not available outside North America, I'm not sure that's going to be the case. But
I mean, Lower Decks, we gained views season 1, give or take, and this has 3 more years of stuff. So I'm crossing fingers. I want to talk about it, and the more we talk about it, the more you guys bring in, is the more you talk about it. So
I'll cross my fingers and my toes, and everybody watching will do the same.
And I'll start sharing.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So as you guys saw, we got 2 super chats already. If you guys want to help out with super chats, please feel free. You get your voice heard. We read whatever you say, so we have to say whatever you say on the air. So if that's the thing you guys are interested in, by all means, super chat. We do have 51 people, 3 likes. I think we can get to 50 likes quite easily. Hit that like button right away. Don't not do it. Just do it. Jason says toy shopping $40, and I don't know why. Anyway, yes. So, like I said, if you want to join the channel, we'd really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed, of course. But there's a join button down there. Check that out. That's for a monthly membership, which is like a monthly way to support us, kind of like a subscription to the channel. And it's a big deal as far as the analytics go for YouTube, and just for the monthly revenue is a big help. So even the smallest amount. So you want to check that out. Hit that join button. You can send a PayPal during the live. Just send it to trekyards@hotmail.com, and just make sure that we know in the regular chat that you sent it. That way we can. That way we can read your comment or question via the email from PayPal. All the information for that kind of stuff is down in the description of every video, so check that out. We also have down there the Eagle Moss link, as well as the TeePublic and Teespring store. Got some really great stuff in the TeePublic store. If you guys are interested in getting yourself some cool Trekyards merch, we'd really appreciate that. And yeah, check it out at least, and we'll be thankful for that. So yeah, super chats, liking, sharing the video, joining the channel, subscribing to the channel, clicking the bell notification icon to all is very important, as well as, you know, checking out the TeePublic store and stuff as well. Some really great stuff in there, and we are looking forward to having you guys take a look and seeing you guys wearing some Star Trek merch. Or not Star Trek merch, Trekyards merch. Yeah. So yeah, check out the links down below and click accordingly and take a look and wait for another sale. There's another sale coming up from TeePublic soon, so 35% off. It's a good deal.
Do you know when that is?
I'm not sure. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but
definitely it's time to put our lower decks characters on there. Design something with that, because that'll be if we can time that, I'll get a shirt straight away from that with my face on it. Apparently.
No one wants your face.
Oh. That's funny.
All right.
Yes.
Olivia Julius, our Federation president, throws in $20. Well, one of our Federation presidents. We scanned your ship.
Huh?
We scanned your ship. You brought a third life form with you, and yeah, it's arty. Canis lupus familiaris, small domestic lazy animal. You found a lazy animal to infect us. Yeah, the opening scene wouldn't work with my dog. Oh, that. Yeah, that. First of all, don't call it a carnivore. Second of all, stop calling it a queen. It caused so much confusion. It's just dumb. Stop with the queen. Stop with grudge. No one cares.
It's a cat that hates you. Calm down.
All cats hate their owners.
Well, there you go.
Is it grateful? No, not at all. I thought that was hilarious.
And yeah, it's like you're all carnivores. Like omnivores, but still carnivore by definition. So, although I guess if they're eating yeah, but it's not a carnivore then. If they're all eating replicated meat, they're not carnivores. It's replicated meat. Arguably, if that cat's never eat real meat.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's a very thin argument, I think.
Well, if it doesn't count though, then they're not carnivores either, or they are carnivores, and then the butterfly people should be pissed at humans.
I doubt the butterfly people they're probably vegetarians or vegans.
That's what I mean. Replicate matter doesn't matter then. They should piss at the humans for being there. Another animal shouldn't make a difference. They eat meat. I mean, what's his name there? No, Burnham's had burritos before. So, yeah, it was a small silly thing.
But they were concerned because it was like basically an animal that's a carnivore that if got loose on their planet could like eat them all. Yeah, just
who knows what they were thinking? They're a brand new species that are like the engineers from Prometheus.
Ozzy Medeiros, $2. All Federation presidents can go on away missions. It's true. You can like board the ship at any time and do your thing.
Makes sense. So I'm going to start a poll straight out of the gate.
Please do. But guys, let us know your first reactions to this episode. Are any of you unable to see it? Are you just here for the live? Did you enjoy it? Last night we had some fun ranking the first episodes of all of the Discovery seasons. And this one came in probably second or third on most people's lists. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that. So let us know.
I would think that'd be a very easy list to do.
So
Read the poll, Stuart. Read the poll.
Did you enjoy this episode? Simple, easy question. Gut reaction. Dun, dun, dun. We were at 100% for a second.
Oh, good job, Liam. But that's pretty bad for the carbon for the planet. But hey, do we gotta do? Oh, well, Chuck, at least you're here.
Matt of the Midwest. I think that the butterfly people went to the Imperial Stormtrooper School firing weapons. Indeed. Taylor T, though, throws in $10. So thank you so much. You guys are off to a great start with Super Chats.
Yes.
Keep it up. 6.5 out of 10. Loved a few things here. Commander Oa. Burnham's quote, I take it that's a rhetorical question. Archer's theme and space dock. Vance's family. Saru's life. And a mostly positive atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah, good summation for sure.
Everything in this episode was dark. Just visually dark. So, brighten things up a bit, guys.
Yeah, they had well, the space CGI's got better. They have a tendency of just lighting things blue and not very... It's just, why is everything blue in space? It made sense when it was inside the cloaking dome, but why is everything blue in space?
Good question. Don't know the answer.
Okay,
91 viewers, 46 likes. Hit that like, guys. I want to get to 75 likes. Let's do it. I know it's possible. Easy peasy. And vote on the poll. We've got 45 votes right now, so that's half of the people here have voted. So please go tell us your thoughts. Sergeant Montgomery, $2. Starfleet Academy class of 3189. Approved. 8.5 out of 10. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the ranking is going to be interesting at the end of this one.
Don't even know how I feel until I get there.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, we've got almost 100 people. Stuart, actually, the pre-question is, do you feel any different? Because we reviewed it the first time you'd watched it. Do you feel any different having watched it subsequently from the first time?
Yes.
Okay, I would say no. I feel the exact same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was surprised how I didn't see anything else new, and it was exactly what I thought again. Because Prodigies have been different every single week, the second viewing. This was exactly what I thought again. I was kind of surprised how same vibes.
I was more underwhelmed this time. Just lots more that just kind of annoyed me. So,
Okay. Good stuff.
Well, Eugene throws in 2,500 rubles. Amazing.
What does the man say?
He says, well, the biggest surprise was the fact that Discovery was no longer available on Netflix. Yes. The rest, same as season 3. Problem with pacing, scene transitions vary between natural flow and complete disconnectedness. Federation president writing, interesting, but she comes off omniscient. Yeah, I didn't mind her actually. I kind of like the speech at the end to Burnham. Well, but yeah,
there's clearly more to her than you think. She's a setup character, for better or for worse. So, yeah, she knows more than she says, and she's planning more than she's planning, and she's got levels to her. You wouldn't give her such a strong showing the first episode without a meaningful. She'll be a big player this season.
She's layered like an onion or a cake.
Or a Shrek.
So, yeah. Regarding Commander Nellis, was his alien race ever established? He low-key reminded me of an officer. He did, actually. Yeah, they say his race a few times.
Like 3 times.
His planet, anyway. Yeah.
No, they do say his name, race.
The actor looked very familiar, though. I swear he was in something other Star Trek wise, but I couldn't place him, and I didn't have a chance to look him up. Unfortunately,
well, originally I thought he was a Pakled, just evolved Pakled, because it had that he had the bone structure, vague face prosthetic. So I was like, oh cool, Pakleds have got more clever. He's not, but he looked like a Pakled to me. And the actor's from Convenience. He's the, I guess, Latino gay man who isn't actually gay, but is gay. He's that guy. So I was like, oh, it's that guy. Just very, very, very different acting, because of course he's not a Latino gay man. who's not gay, but is gay. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Oh, Colin, disagree massively. No.
President is the new space Karen. No, people have been comparing her to Kai Wynn. It's like no.
I would say she's quite very similar to Vance, just talks more, and just with the sense of I'm in control of everything. Vance is the military veneer.
Yeah.
Same sort of speech pattern, just she talks more with all encompassing power because she is. No, I would disagree entirely. But Stuart, then let's get straight into it. So, Season 4, Episode 1, 32nd Century. Your thoughts now. Full spoiler, full review, full blagging, you can, vamp and...
I enjoyed it. Second viewing. I haven't watched it the third time. I've only watched it twice. And I'm going to watch it again with Sylvia tonight when I'm done this live. But... I really wish there was more time to settle in. I wish there was more what's been going on in the 6 months. I wish there was more of the episode as opposed to maybe like, well, first 5 minutes is like really awful action. And then it goes to like
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Then it goes to the whole new Starfleet Academy thing. And that's nice. And then the Admiral's office and his family, mention of his family. That's nice. So we needed more of that. We needed more of a, let's take a breather. Let's enjoy what's been happening over the 6 months. Let's see some optimism. And then it just immediately gets into this, oh, there's a problem. Oh, it's a gravitational thing. Oh, there's another gravitational thing. Oh, my God, it's a devastating result to the end of the first episode. It's like, guys, give us a little more time to breathe. That was my biggest thing. Overall, I did enjoy it, though. Felt... very Star Trek-y in a lot of spots, but also very action movie and JJ-esque, even down to the lens flares. So I don't know. There's a few things that annoy me as we go along. You'll definitely point those out, but I did enjoy it. It just, there has been better Discovery episodes, oddly enough. So that's kind of where I'm sitting with it right now, and need more time to talk it through, hear your thoughts, everybody out there, including Samuel's. And maybe my opinion will change by the end of this when it's time to score it. But as of right now, I kind of have a score in mind, and we'll see how it sits at the end. So, but you said you liked it, you enjoyed it. We've already released our edited review, which was, I was right off the heels of watching it when we filmed that.
Minutes. First time for minutes.
I had a different vibe. I didn't have much time to digest it. So, like I said, my views changed. You said yours hasn't. So, what did you think of it?
No, second watch, same vibe. It was their best season opener. Happily, I disagreed to some extent. I think they paced out pretty well. I thought they had, to spend 10 minutes doing a very sort of JJ, but better JJ intro where it feels more, well, it's beyond, wasn't it? It was a beyond vibe where it kind of captured the magic of being a bit too actiony intro, but Burnham's doing all the right things, which is rare for her. Then another 15 minutes of just pure Federation love, which is needed. Then a low-key mission, and then a big key mission. I thought transition between all four parts were really good. I thought we got just enough time at the start to embrace it. Obviously, I wish Vance got more, but the president was the important point there. And the reveal at the end was powerful and strong, and a very way to end with both the secondary and the tertiary plots of Saru and Book being appropriately small enough so you remember them and you feel them, but still leaving time for everything else. I thought it was very well balanced because it's it's an action show, and they've said that many a time. Picard is the introspective show. It's like okay, Discovery is the action show, Lower Decks is the fun show, and Prodigy is the kids show. So yeah.
Alyssa Jericho says Adira is the new Wesley. Looking forward to Burnham telling him to shut up. I disagree. As you mentioned in our last review, and it really shows through on the second viewing, she's the new Tilly.
The new season 1 Tilly. Yeah.
Even talking too much and like, oh, let's be quiet now. You look over and smile like, oh, that used to be me. It's the exact same vibe as season 1 Tilly, and it's a little obnoxious. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a new Wesley at all. So.
No, it's remarkable. I mean, she only gets one scene, really, but it's just Tilly. There's no other layers to it, and considering the character of season 1, it doesn't feel like the same character, like at all. So much more restrained and grounded, and now feels way more, So and it was fine, but I was much more. It didn't have a personality this time. It was just Tilly. And as I said in another review, we've now had Tilly. Yeah, this our old Tilly is probably going to leave the show this season or something of that ilk because of the way they played her scene. Oh, sorry, Router. But no, it's weird the characterization there. But what can you do? The Stamps is a redundant character. Tilly's a redundant character. Saru on a whole new role as a redundant character. That they pitched them a certain way in season 1, and they've all long since went out of their comfort zone. But it was weird.
Well, we got a few super chats. Let's get to those. MC puts in $5. Enjoyed the episode, but I do hope Earth returns as a home of the Federation and Starfleet. Star Trek wouldn't feel right without it permanently elsewhere.
I kind of disagree.
I want Earth to come back into the fold and kind of be the home of Starfleet headquarters. I think that's something that probably happen before the end of the season, hopefully.
I think it's great to have a space station. It makes it feel more galactic, but Academy should be at Earth. That's the line I would say. Have Academy be its ancestral home, and then the space station's neutral space. Because otherwise it's like, look, humans. Because remember, Earth left the Federation, so they haven't got a right to have Starfleet Command. I mean, they seceded. So, they kind of, for better or for worse. But Academy, yes. So maybe like some dried up facilities. Like, maybe we'll find like Utopia Planitia back up again. They finally took out the fires and, all that fresh lithium stopped the fire burns. But yeah.
Mark Lawrence, $5. If that commander was Pakled, he'd have survived and shook it off. Yes.
Wouldn't that have been great if it was a Pakled, though? Wouldn't that have been great?
Yeah. Eugene, 500 rubles.
Ooh.
She doesn't come as she knows. She comes as she knows absolutely everything. Oh, it doesn't come off as she knows. She knows absolutely everything, as if she's from Bajoran Wormhole, similar to Section 31 guy from Season 3, who was very intriguing in the beginning, much less in the end.
Well, she's definitely filling his role slightly. But I think she knows some, but...
Well, he's going to be back in this season, so...
Yeah. But it's also more that she's read all of she's read all of their reports that none of them have read, all their psych reports, all the whatever. And she's there to do a job, so she's there monitoring. So it's more just she's not there for the mission; she's there for the people, and so she comes on that way.
Wowder 215 puts in €10. I really liked the episode, although I didn't get to see most of it. People kept interrupting me. Mad. Hit like, people. Yes, hit like. We're still not at 71 or 75 likes. We can actually hit 100 now. We have 107 people here. So everybody hit that like button if you're just joining us, please.
Nice.
I'm sorry you were interrupted through your viewing. Hopefully you'll get a chance to sit down and watch it.
Hopefully. And just how's the number, Stuart?
90%, 91%.
Okie, good.
Colin Skywalker 111 $10.
Thank you. Cool name.
What is your opinion on the Federation headquarters' new updated space station? Looks like one of those things you hang on your front porch for the wind to spin around. It's very futuristic and flimsy looking, but it's the future. So who knows what's going on in there. I do like the doors to Vance's office where the people just walk through and they're transported out to a hallway probably. Very cool. As for the exterior, I'm not sure. It's a little bit... All the ships seem a little bit organic here, and this space station actually looks like it would fit very well in the Orville universe. Just with the look of those ships.
It's need a few more greeblies just to kind of offset it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's got that nice white color as well. So, I mean, I'm not super pleased with it, but I don't hate it. It's a 900-plus year sign aesthetic. It's fine. So
I definitely prefer the simplicity of the season 1 aesthetic. this is it, I like. Yes, okay, it's bigger because it's now able to expand finally after so many hundreds of years. There is a nice bit of logic there, but I do think it looked just cleaner and nicer last time. But it definitely feels like we've expanded, which is what it's trying to do. But I mean, like those strands, people aren't living in those, so it's aesthetics, right? It feels.
Maybe they are. Maybe it's like TARDIS tech. They shrink people down or something, and there's like a huge volume in there. Who knows? 97%.
Yes.
How is books ship? I guess how big is books ship? That's another question. When it comes launching out of that shuttle bay at the beginning, which we'll get to in a second when we start here, it takes up the whole door space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Always did, but we know it can shift anyway. Matthew says, "Did anyone else pick up the USS Kirk?" Yes, we knew from season 1. They was on a screen. We did a video about it. Sorry. Or did it?
Yeah. All right. So poll has 97 votes. Did you enjoy this episode? Simple, easy question, gut reaction. Yes, 79%. No, 21%.
Yeah.
Right. I want to start a new poll, though.
Sure, go for it. If that wasn't being specific, you can give, a C+ or a C-, still enjoying it. I just wanted to see what the raw audience reaction was. So I definitely enjoyed it. And as you guys know, we're balanced and fair. If they give us better Trek, we'll review it better. And they've been on an upward trajectory for a couple of years now because they keep rebooting it. And it did feel like another reboot this season. A soft reboot, but definitely a reboot again. But, they took them 3 reboots to get to finally a good storyline, and here we are. But last year was good too, so. We'll have a water park, yeah. Oh, the Discovery Shuttle Bay is pretty big. It's the entire ship, pretty much. No, Ozzy. No! We don't want to see the solar shafts. No, don't even mention them. No. Please, no. No.
Okay. There you go. That's with you now, so. Options 3. How did season 3 start?
It started with Burnham coming through, crashing on the planet, right. Going to the base.
Yeah, I remember. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Meets Booker. Goes all high. Saves the whale thing. Finds our favourite character. What was his name? What's our favourite guy's name? Zaheel! There you go, saves Zaheel. Hashtag saves Zaheel. Justice for Zaheel, there you go.
Hopefully he becomes the new captain of the new Voyager.
Or second in command at least. That's nice. Yeah, man. I mean, he's done enough job. Love it. Dustin, no, we wouldn't have any other shuttles necessarily. Although since the work bee came from just over there, we can assume they have the lower bay like they did for the flying off pod things.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason, it was okay. Lol, the show has had worse episodes too. Yes. It's had much worse episodes. This is I mean, Stuart, without a doubt, it's top half of the show, quality wise, right?
Sure.
I mean, easily, not even a question.
It's up there, but
okay, beats probably all of season 1, but that's not really the high bar. So,
Dr. Ronslin, $5.
Thank you.
I enjoy this episode overall. I felt like there were some nice steps forward from previous seasons, even a little more ship porn than usual. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would agree.
Olivia Julius, $5. It's the pathway drive that's causing all the problems. It has to be. I'll bet my puppy on it. Oh, that'd be super interesting, actually.
Don't bet your puppy. Yeah. Don't bet your puppy.
All right, so I got a new poll up there right now.
Ooh.
And it is, which season of Discovery had the best opening episode? Season 1 with the Vulcan Hello one. Season 2, the Pike and Enterprise looking for Spock one. Season 3, Red Angel time suit. And the red little dot things for those little red signals in season 2. Anyway, season 3, the Red Angel time suit with Burnham coming through instead of Discovery first, which was stupid. Season 4, this one with the gravitational thing. There's not enough room to write all this shit, so.
No, there isn't. But since Red Angel 2 is only in like 2.5 minutes, I wouldn't have summarized the story with that, but guess
what? Red Angel time suit jumping to the future, and then the Burnham episode. That's why we did Burnham.
Yeah. Nobody
cared. Its second episode was far superior.
No! Yeah. Vice versa! It's just them stuck in a bloody...
James Hoffman.
We don't have to get back to that.
I especially liked the Enterprise music when we saw the Archer space dock. I wanted to see more of the new Voyager ship. Maybe Saru will be captain of Voyager. Yeah, that's kind of the theory. That could be the thing. And that, yeah, the problem with the Archer space dock and the musical sting is like, oh, it just reminded me of something that I could be watching that's much better. But anyway, moving on.
And Lower Than Lower Deck, not ever going to agree with you. And we were there reviewing it, so... But everyone has different opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, I am T-minus 3 minutes away from the next thing, so...
Okay.
But I'm happy with the poll so far. So that's what I would hope. And we did... I mean, the first ship we did see in the space dock is... You know, Voyager J, so they clearly responded to the fact that we responded to the ship, because the 2 ships are highlighted on in the entire episode is that ship, so... Yeah, got to see the bottom. Didn't get to see the bottom in any of season 3, so...
I see the bottom really close.
Or the lack of window detail. But still.
Wow.
What are you going to do, eh? But we can start to get into it, though. The first scene, or the first scene of the first scene, makes me laugh a bit. Let me just reframe. It's a rather nice opening. It's a spore drive out, which I was instantly shocked they're still using the spore drive. I thought, for whatever reason, they'd abandon it because of it's a garbage technology. But I guess why would they? But I was like, oh, that's the thing. Don't know if that occurred to you, but...
Well, no, I mean, I expect them to keep using it. Discovery's their emergency response vehicle. Oh, every ship will take too long to get there. You guys are going. That's going to be the thing that happens all the goddamn time. So, yes.
Yeah,
the most important ship ever.
Because Burnham's not the most qualified captain by a long way, so she's a response craft person. But I love the fact that the first shot and the first little slither until they get to this standoff is a Star Wars film. Vibe, pace, tone, shot, CGI, music. It's right out of Star Wars episode, like not necessarily the first 3, but it's The Force Awakens. And I was like, yeah. And I liked it though. It was nice. It was a good okay, but it was like verbatim Star Wars. I was kind of shocked by how Star Wars it was.
Yeah. Anyway, trying to deal with these people and like, here we have dilithium, and the guy's like, you want to give us something to take our technology? We know what's up. And yeah, and honestly, like I said to you, when I knew the name of the episode, I expected this to be like a Kobayashi Maru test, either for Burnham or for Book, because she kept looking to Book like, what should we do? What should we do? And even when they walk off the cliff at the end to get onto his ship, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a holodeck. No, it's not. So the whole time I was waiting for that shoe to drop, and I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. But no. Anyway, dude's not happy that they're there.
Yeah, boy, I would have felt so different, I think, if I'd had a holodeck on my mind the entire time. I love it as an idea, but yeah, that would have totally changed my viewership, I think.
Yeah, that's what it did to me. So I went into it thinking that.
I don't even think I ever really look at the titles going in, so because
I have to, because I got to get stuff prepped in folders and stuff. And
I should in theory as well, but I wake up first and I just get going. It's like
yeah.
But I always watch it before I do folders. So
Joe Hernandez, $5.
Thank you.
With message retracted, which I don't know if he's going to put it in the regular chat, but I'll keep an eye out for it, Joe. If there's something that you want to say, let us know.
Jeffrey says, just join the stream now. Welcome, Jeffrey. Not sure if it's been said, or maybe he said a lot, but it feels like producers have heard the complaints and made Discovery more positive, more optimistic. Yes. Absolutely. I like this.
I love the whole no strings attached thing. It's an idiom. We're familiar. It's like, oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an appropriately weird vibe. I can't place the actor. I know I've seen him in something else. He's got such a specific.
Yeah.
Like I thought it might have been the guy who played Mud, just shaved face and makeup, because he has sort of that vibe.
A little bit, but it's not Rainn Wilson. You can tell.
But it sounds like him, but it isn't. But it's like. But yeah, they're very distractingly engineers. But hey,
Yep.
at least the first thing, and we said this, although I think we said it would be more of a montage. First thing we see is they're trying to make friends again. They're trying to bring people back in the Federation. And this ain't a member world. This ain't anyone we've ever seen. It's just probably, they joined in the year 2700s. The butterfly people.
Yeah, and then they get butterflied up with the wings and the face masks, and it's like, oh my goodness. Well, Joe Hernandez, though, $5. Is Voyager going to get a spin-off like Strange New Worlds?
Star Trek
Possibly.
Voyager J. Star Trek Voyager: The Next Generation. God. Star Trek Voyager in the 32nd century. Get it? Get it?
The Adventures of Captain Saru in the
32nd century. I mean, it's not that good looking a ship, let's be honest, but it is certainly nice. It was a good opening. It was COVID safe because they all stood far apart, and certainly the escalation to the butterflies was a bit daft. But you did see it coming, and yeah, Burnham hasn't been here with all the turmoil. There's a reason these people left the Federation. There's a reason they thought the Federation or Vulcans, in particular, if they'd heard the rumours, caused the burn. Why would you join them? As he said, oh yes, it's a long time ago. We've changed. Like you hear that all the time. It's a cliche, isn't it? So, I thought he was very rational until they started shooting.
Yeah.
Although that
your
was
premiere though, you haven't.
I know,
sized it.
I did,
Oh, okay.
but I've got to pull the files up. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean. Until he started shooting. That's funny.
Yeah.
But then they run, and the whole, you're going to send the massive starship? It wouldn't fit through the trees. I'm sending the little guy. And then we run into a cliff. And why is there always a cliff?
Well, you do see, to be fair, when they fly through, everything's like a floating hill. So, there's hundreds of cliffs.
But, I know, that's what she says. That's why I said it.
Yeah, you see it. So even if it's a joke, it's like, yeah, there's generally lots of cliffs.
Then we get more Star Wars because we got a snow speeder with them back to back in this thing. So I mean, it's a cool little ship addition to Book's ship. Cool.
Real simple, but real effective actually. And no weapons being fired. That's important. It's nice. And I did. Yeah. I mean, I did like the, they're a queen and the build up there. It shows that you can't just because they're being them and there's a stupid dialogue, but it's very in their character. But it works well for why they hate them all of a sudden. Like there's a logic, there's a rationale which we don't often.
Yeah, but there's a problem with talking too much, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
you didn't have to say your cat is a queen. That's just stupid beyond stupid.
But the thing is, they went off script. As soon as you go off script, bad things happen. So.
I know, but stop with the queen, stop with Dredge. No one cares.
But they love each other, Stuart. So.
It's fine. You can have a pet that's in a show where you don't have to Jesus Christ! Stop with the queen thing. I mean, it annoys me to know it.
It is just a cat.
Uh-huh.
A boring cat. But yeah, this is not that much. But yes, lots of running, and they can't hit for shit, Stuart. And you are left as the audience thinking, boring. Like, it's not, like, whenever they can't hit, it becomes a dull scene, because there's no tension. But they use a convention of stupidity into a convention of story. And I was like, sure, I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, that's more Star Wars. They went to the Stormtroopers school of shooting, as somebody said. So,
but they didn't. Fine. That's the point.
What's happening here?
I don't know. It was a good integration of the digidoubles and the live action. I thought it was a very elegant whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good stills of the shuttle. Oh, did you miss a whole section?
I did not.
So I think it's just out of order. But no, they work out that why can they not fly? It's because there are hundreds of satellites are out of power.
Yes, and there was a magnetic shift in their planet
Yes.
a couple hundred years ago, and the satellites are there to compensate for it because birds are born with magnesite, so they can find true north. So the solution, obviously, is to use dilithium to not power. It's not power the satellites, but fix them.
Stabilize the power generation, I think they said.
Yes.
And it was like, so you're really going to put a bit of dilithium in every single one of these satellites?
Yeah, that's what the dot droids are for.
Well, I think they put into a couple and they like wirelessly power shared because they didn't fly around the planet in 1 second. Dots can't go that fast, so they didn't power them all. They powered a couple.
Well, they did it over the area that they're at. So
yeah,
that's all you need.
Sure, but I'm saying they wirelessly power shared, which is fine. But just using dilithium seemed non-reasonable. Why would you dilithium, and B, you wouldn't use dilithium if it was that scarce a resource instead they're running out.
No, they said they have ample.
No,
later.
before the burn.
Yes, but now they have ample because of the dilithium planet.
But then why would you build a satellite network reliant on dilithium to function if you're running out of dilithium?
Because it hasn't been active for like 150 years. They said because of the burn.
But why would you build it back then, relying each piece on dilithium? Just don't use dilithium. You don't need dilithium to power source, surely. Like it just seems like you need a lot of dilithium just to power the basic planetary.
It's not powering though. It's stabilizing.
But without them, they run out of power. So it's irrelevant if it powers it or not. They're not working without dilithium. Functionally, it's the same thing. It's like, but don't use dilithium in that way. It seemed daft. Wish I'd like done something else to fix them.
Anyway, they step on the ship, beam in, pet the cat, and then beam dilithium in front of them. And I'm like, oh, good, a bomb. Thanks. Because he is the emperor. Because later he hails them.
That is funny.
I would think it's a bomb. It's like beaming in front of me. It's red. It's like, shit.
We've just shot at you for a while, yeah. My only issue with N-Bit is that for some reason they stopped chasing them and they turned down their... Like, there's no reason for them to turn the power off for the weapons except the script says to do it. It's like they can now shoot straight. Why are you stopping? And landing. Before they even get on the ship.
They realize that they fixed their network for them because they can actually fly now. Properly.
Wait, are you saying they fly now?
Yeah, they fly now. More Star Wars.
No, I didn't think with the body language that worked.
I did. I got that for sure. The look on his face of like, oh, well, maybe these guys are helping us out.
Yeah, it seemed abrupt to me. Yeah, these are totally not, for fuck's sake. I hate when this bloody Premier just refuses to do them properly.
Bum bum. Damn Premiere.
Yeah. We don't want to use 2,000 images, really.
Yeah. My bad.
I keep going. It's fine.
What did you guys think of this opening scene? Was it too Star Wars for you guys, or was it fine? Was it a fun action, like start me up to an episode, or did we need more like from Prometheus with the engineers and all the Star Wars tropes?
It was definitely more JJ Trek, but with the heart of a Prime Trek.
Yeah.
So I give them a pass on that. Although I did think, so they're still using the same holograph technology after 900 years. Like, I guess hologram technology hasn't improved in 900 years because they already had this exact tech. It's not better. I thought that was dumb. But she's confident and happy and so unlike her season 1, 2 or 3 character, she's now happy and just like Sneaker Martin Green now. She's not at all Vulcan anymore, she's not at all annoying. Like, fundamentally, she's happy now. Cool. She just wanted ultimate power. That's what made her happy, Stuart. But speaking of happy, were you happy to see the Discovery A in the title sequence?
Yes, except for the one scene where they forgot the cutouts, but that's okay.
Yes.
At least they attached the nacelles in that scene. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did watch the credits. Usually don't, but they usually drop little hints of the season in there. All we got was that one wave thing, which is probably the gravitational.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, blowing up Quajon, yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers, man. Jesus. There you go. But then we get the Baul Council with the on Kaminar. And again, kept waiting for Jar Jar Binks to walk into the room. It still has the Star Wars feel. It feels like
didn't even occur to me, but I like the reference.
Yeah,
that's fun.
It feels very much like that.
You say cause a burn? Oh, the lithium explode.
And the Baul still look amazingly cool and super evil
and couldn't have developed space flight based on their design, but whatever. It's still cool though.
So they're having this debate of will this happen again? Will the burn happen again? No, science has proven that it won't now that he's separated from the planet and everything's fine.
Yes.
And then Saru gives this whole speech of taking care of our home, but our home isn't just this planet. It's our system. It's our galaxy. It's everything. We are all one. So very nice. Very nice. Very nice Saru moment.
Very low-key, gentle speech. Very to the heart of stuff. It was good. It was good stuff.
Mm-hmm. I like this scene a lot, but it did seriously remind me of the Phantom Menace. So many visuals. Even the camera built like going into the, or zooming in on the actual building itself. It's like, oh wow. So yeah, then we get the Tribble in Starfleet. Is it? I don't know.
Looks what it looks like.
A furry mouse droid.
Another group said it was a Horta, but I think I need more evidence to think it was a Horta because it just sounded like a Tribble and looks like a Tribble. So
yeah, if it sounds like a Tribble and it looks like a Tribble
and tastes like a Tribble,
and it's moving faster. I mean, it's 900 years evolved. Plus, their generational cycle is what, 5 minutes? So they've evolved probably quite a lot in 900 years.
Yeah, so. Like I didn't need it. It didn't add anything. But I guess I want to sell Tribbles.
Tribbles always sell. It's true.
But yeah, as with season 1, their chemistry is still on fire. Although there's no like I love you and kissing, so it's an interesting like mutual friendship combined with love. So I thought it was nice and low key, but you know, great team together. And it's the last time he might be happy for a while as well.
Well, yeah, he was going to Quajon to help his nephew with his coming of age ceremony.
Because we all love Quajon, don't we? I really value this place that I was born. Burnham, don't you know Burnham? I love this place. Audience, I mean Burnham.
He wants her to join him at some point after this important Starfleet thing. He can't join. He can't stay for it. So, a nice little discussion here.
Good.
And it sets everything up very nicely.
It only works better the second time. It's like, oh. But also, it tells us how easy lithium is now that he can now just warp, you know, the several days away or hours away, you know, to his planet and not even worry. As there's, you know, before he was limited with travel and such, but now no, it's just, I can travel there happily doodly. That's a good scene.
Like how he says, "Don't punch the president." She's doing politician stuff, so just bear with it.
And also her grimace, her wrinkle, you know.
Yeah, you got the 11 between your eyebrows there.
And also said you were lucky. She said, "No, I was great." And he says, "Are you really taking credit for being lucky when you're wrong?" So everyone keeps calling her out for her stupid mistakes.
Yeah, you almost got us killed. You're actually taking,
because she hasn't learned her lesson still after 936 years. But you know, she's smiling. She's more interesting. Then we get the Voyager J with some yellow windows. I guess windows.
And the fleet around the Federation headquarters.
There's way more stuff going on, but I mean, yeah, it's now actually Federation headquarters. I bet they're like defense platforms, because if the president's staying here, then more defenses.
Yeah. And then we find out that they go into her speech, and it's a nice pan down with this. We find out that we had 38 member worlds, we're now up to 59, and they don't have to cloak Starfleet headquarters anymore. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time in 125 years that there's a new Starfleet's Academy class, which makes me wonder: did none of the other people that were hanging out with Vance when they arrived go to the Academy? Did they just say they were Starfleet? Was there no training? Because they were Starfleet. There's no official academy, I guess. But
yeah, you could be trained by, maybe they're all like descent, maybe they're all the sons and daughters. Yeah. Which I mean, they're still going to train people, just no official academy. And if you know you only need like 130 postings just to keep the ships flying, then you just grab them from places nearby. Although it is strange how small the class is. I guess that's coronavirus limitations. It would have been bigger, but I guess start small. Although it would have been nice if it was 4 times the size. Like
these are just the honor students that deserve the right to be here. The rest are all just watching from their classrooms.
Actually, it would have been nice if it was like one person from every planet. 51 officers representing, but that would have been a fuck ton of makeup, because you'd have to like say which 52, and then so they didn't do that. But
59.
There you go. Which I thought was lovely. That's a really good get in 5 months. That's what we want to see.
107 likes with 144 people here. That is awesome, guys. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that like button. Let's get into it. If you have any more you want to talk about super chat wise, please let us know. We do have to read them all on air. So if you have a thought, an idea, something we missed, an idea, like something that you want us to talk about as theory wise, we will do that. Let us know.
But what did you think then? This entire scene is their first usage of the AR wall fully. Or AR room, I should say. What do you think? No green screen at all.
I'm wondering where it is. I think it's on the station. Because Booker steps off. What?
Well, it wasn't the question I asked. It's the AR wall.
I know, I'm getting there.
Okay. It must be in the station, yes.
Because Booker got off at the shuttle bay to get into a ship, and then all of a sudden she's here. So I assume this is the station, and yes, it does look quite impressive, the whole wraparound. It looks like there's 2 doors, possibly, for going in and out of, which are also not closed.
Well, and one behind there as well, so it's 3. It's a try.
Oh, yeah. That's just going to be a huge window. It's got like the blue lines on it. It doesn't look like a force field. I don't know. But anyway. I think it looks good. I want to see more use of it. I wish they would have used it for the bridge and refitted the bridge. But overall, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I can definitely see the flatness. I don't know if you could... Mandalorian did it a bit better. They don't tend to do wides in the same way. The wider you go, the more... Because there is literally a point where depth stops. And you can't fake depth when there is no more depth. It's still a projection. I looked behind the scenes, and they did add all the shuttles. Like, they added more stuff after the fact to add more depth, and like the people on the top, and there is more 3D added, which helps to bridge the gap, because those are actual 3D. But I can absolutely see like the seam line, and if it has a certain flatness. So while it is impressive, green screen has a real depth because it's all digitally done. But it's certainly made some things cool. It's the fun thing about Mandalorian is they did like small rooms. Because like apparently the Kaminar set was also the same room, and so if all they can do is big open round spaces, we're going to see a lot of big round open spaces, which isn't very useful as a hope that's not all it's going to be. But it's impressive. But I can really see it. I can tell.
Yeah. General Grievous, $2. Others didn't earn the right to see Burnham talk. Yes, this is true.
But she's friendly and she's nice, and
yeah. And the president does a good speech of, not that long ago people were antagonizing Starfleet vessels. Yep. Now we're friends. We got more people in the Federation. Don't know.
Hmm.
But we're, as you guys, we don't. I don't have to tell you guys because you all know. But we're all about scientific exploration, and to start that up again, and then we get the reveal of Archer Station, and it powers on, and it's got one of the Janeway class ships. Yeah, the Voyager-esque ship. I think it's probably Voyager itself, actually. In there, and you get that musical cue, and it's like, oh, that's awesome. So they're going to be upgrading and refitting their current ships and building new ones for scientific exploration. So very nice moment.
It's just the sort of moment we needed as Star Trek fans to reassure us about this new look.
Yes.
So the exact opposite of what Brian Fuller would have done, and anyone in season 1. No, it's lovely, and we've got a video on it. Obviously, guys, tune in for that. But it was a beautiful moment, and not even to like alter the Archer's theme, just play it verbatim. That's bold of them because they like to change things. Always change things, never show the canon. It's beautiful, lovely, and symbolically, yeah. Although if there's only 32 more officers in Starfleet, who's going to crew this ship? I mean, you know, like you need to keep having more crew, and they're building more ships. It's like, well, you need more people in the academy. You're not training enough.
Well. Yeah. Well, let's go to the poll. 118 votes. Which season of Discovery has the best opening episode? The winner, I guess, so far is season 2, Pike and Enterprise. Season 4, the one with the Karawaton thing, that's this one. And then season 3, the Red Angel time suit. And then season 1, the Vulcan Hello.
See, now I'm shocked by this result.
I'm not. This is it's almost how I would do it. Mine would be season 2, season 4, season 1, then season 3.
No, I guess people haven't gone back and watched season 3 or season 2 for a while. But, you know, it also depends on the plot holes aren't visible yet because they haven't told the story. But
well, just, you know, people have voted. I mean, so it is what it is. 48% is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, for me it's season 4, then season 3, then season 2, then season 1. Like, not even a question. Weird.
But it is a question because I made it a poll, and that's
I
how
know
the
you
votes
did.
work.
I'm just saying for me though. Very interesting. But oh, great little scene, and then as a president was introduced, fantastic, great actor, lots of subtlety, lots of nuance, very inspiring. I was kind of sad that Vance didn't get much to do this week. Like he should have had his speech there as well, as being the head of Starfleet.
Yeah, he should have had something.
I know he didn't need 3 speeches, but head of Starfleet just felt super minimal, and he's impressive as a person, so I was kind of sad. But
we get to see his wife and kid in the next scene.
That was lovely.
Then we get Bryce, who's this other kid is filling in for him on Discovery, and he's like, I might have to go every ship more often. He's like, yeah, don't get too cozy. I'm consulting on the Curie for another 2 days, and then I'm back. So good, Bryce.
But is this a guy who came with Discovery, or is this a new guy?
We have no idea.
Because what was he doing if, you know, they had like 60 people on Discovery? Why would he come and choose to go after Burnham, whoever this kid is, who's clearly young? Why would he leave his parents just to take Burnham to join Burnham in the future? So he's probably from the future.
He felt like it was his duty because he took the Starfleet out.
No, that's lazy. But apparently the real reason is the Bryce actor's doing all the filming, so he can't be in a few.
Yeah. General Grievous, $2, waiting for the president, revealed as Kai Wynn's Pa Wraith.
Oh, jeez.
She's not
reincarnated. But I was surprised by Tilly's promotion because she hasn't earned it and is burning through the ranks quickly. She'll probably be captain by the time she's 25 at this rate.
Well, we don't know what she did in 6 months. So.
Well, sure. But, you know, Kim did way more in 7 years.
Oh, I totally agree with that. But
because she was literally pulled out of Starfleet by Captain Lorca because he knew he could manipulate her because she was Captain Killy in the old Mirror universe, a heartless bitch, and so he knew he could maybe if he could use any of that power in his crew, he could use her. Pulled out of Starfleet to be in his crew. Didn't even graduate yet, was it? And then second season was cadet. Second was an ensign. Third season was a ensign, and then acting second in command, and now a lieutenant. So just insane progression of role, but they don't know what to do with her. So what are you gonna do? Promote her. Then you get not Packlet. Although what are they talking about? I don't know. Can't remember.
Repair Beta 6 is the station he's on, requesting help. Don't know what happened, but the reactor control thrusters all went out. And there's a gravitational instability. That's all they got. That was 2 hours ago.
And he has a very odd cadence, this actor.
Yeah.
Very, very weird. But in a good way, just like weird. And we've got to go find them right now. Cape Quajon is the closest planet, so that's set up. But we can't afford to send any spaceships in time, so Discovery's going right now.
Well, they talk about solar flares, EMPs. Nothing is showing that could be the cause. So, yeah, send Discovery right away. And then we get the whole president saying, "Oh, I'll be coming with you." And Burnham's like, "Oh no, that puts my crew at too much risk." But anyway, I kind of like the way that Burnham tried to say no a few times here. Even looking at Vance, and Vance is just like, she's gonna do what she's gonna do, man. And even later says, she can come on your ship anytime. She doesn't need permission.
Yeah, she's. I'm your boss.
Yeah.
The other Admiral's your boss. She's my boss. She's everyone's boss. Yeah. There's no one in the entire train except the Great Koala. Nobody.
Oh, good God, the Great Koala.
Always a great koala. But no, it's a great scene, and she's not used to even. She's always used to go against authority of any kind. So obviously she speaks without thinking against a president. Like it says so much about her character that she'll just put her own personal feelings first. And it's like, yeah, she's the president. And, But yeah, well, is she a politician to tick a box and say I've seen action? It's good dialogue, and it makes it takes away that you think there's something else, because they've told you there's something else, and so it lowers your suspicion level to let her play in the background later. That was a really good bit of dialogue to kind of bring it in. And yeah, so it's a good scene, and yeah, Vance and then saying, enjoy your family, and he's really happy and doesn't even have to say anything much, just really big grin. It's really, really heartwarming. Good payoff. Good payoff.
General Grievous, $2. Welcome to the Federation Packlet ship Packlet.
Do it. I am Grum.A of Packlet ship Federation Packlet. Always Grumdar.
Anyway, so the president comes on. Burnham says, "Hey, she's here. Operations are normal, though. Just do your thing. Black alert. You might want to be prepared. Sit down for this. First time's a little disorientating." She's like, "I got this. It's fine. My father flew cargo ships back in the day." It's like, okay, then. And I love how once they jump, too, she looks back at her, and the president's like, it's fine.
Yeah, you're obviously expecting the payoff of her having reaction, and that's the big hint to know she's had dodgy stuff before. She's definitely got some big story. Because, like, flying cargo ships when there's no dilithium, hasn't been dilithium for 130 years, and you're not Starfleet. Are there cargo ships back in the day? Yes, but I don't think he'll tell the truth. Bull, I'm calling the bull. It's Tyler. Yeah, she's Tyler Vox. She's a secret Klingon in disguise. It's fine.
Oh, we have 150 people watching, which is amazing, guys. Hit that like button. We have 119 likes. Let's try to get up to 140 likes. 140 likes. And keep letting us know. I mean, if there's anything you want to talk about, theory-wise, throw them our way. Super chats are great, and we will talk about them.
And can you throw us another super chat goal for right now? See if we can get a bit higher, Stuart.
Honestly, right for the immediate future, another $20 would be great, but another 40 would be even better. So if you can, throw in a 5, throw in a 10, ask us a question. We do have to read them, so you can have us say pretty much anything you want. So that's one of the fun with the super chats. So, oh yeah, I gotta go back and see who is the first super chat. Oh, Olivia was the first super chat today. Nice. So yeah. But yeah, hit that like button and speak up. Let us know what you thought about this episode and whatnot. We should probably do a new poll, though.
We're already up. Just while you're vamping.
I saw you doing something, so.
Oh yes, and Alan says, yes. Did you notice the spore drive?
Yeah.
It squealed. Why does it squeal, Stuart?
Because they recaptured the tardigrade.
That's what I assume.
Screaming for its life.
That's okay, Tarty. That's okay. It was
Is the Federation president going to have a big reveal or twist later in the season? Yes or no? That is the new poll. Go and vote.
Yes.
100 votes at least.
Vote now, forever hold your peace. But I was very surprised by that. I was just like, that's a crappy sound effect. But definitely tardigrade. Definitely pulled that in.
When we see the station spiraling out of control, and they're like, what the hell could do this? And you got a nice tactical display of the station on the screen. Looks really good, I gotta say. But anyway, it's not solar flares, we can tell you that. We know that much.
But they go straight in with a very team vibe. They haven't felt this way since Pike, and even with Pike, it was always disproportionate. Everyone's kind of working together properly. It was good, finally.
And Detmer didn't annoy me in this episode. I didn't mind her at all. Tilly annoyed me more in this episode than Detmer did, for multiple reasons. So, wow. John Chamness puts in $5. Not Packlid, had the same wig as a Zindi, was probably talking about their new homeworld. Huh? They say the name of the.
They do.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Oh, but now we're on Quajon and the whole Kahim mix your blood with maple syrup routine.
The Canadian you must be very happy.
Yeah, we do this all the time.
Every 6 months you must recombine with the great Gaia of the sap. The bounty had to be with you.
Yeah, but always wear this with you. Where's yours, Uncle Book? That's a story for another day. All right, moving on.
Oh, wait, Dad.
Play with your friends. You know what? I don't think this guy and the kid are dead. He does tell them in the ship. He says, "Get somewhere safe." That's all he says.
He could beam out.
Maybe they beam out. They get on a ship. They take off.
That would be a reveal.
They're damaged. They're wounded. They're going to come back later in the season.
Yeah, in fairness. No, in fairness. I mean, they really should have been scanning a massive distortion wave at least more than 12 seconds away. They have long-range sensors on a planet, so it's a bit laughable. I kind of wish he'd gone out to the furthest moon or something. Although once again, I was reminded the brother's not brother, not good at acting in the English accent. He had a lot of bad line reads, and the child was awful.
The kid was awful. Just looks though.
Just
my daddy works on this show.
Yeah. No.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was very poorly acted, and Book really carried the scene, but the other two were not. They were bad. I mean, they felt alien, I guess, but bad acting. The only bad in the entire episode, but really bad acting.
I didn't mind the brother acting so much.
It just can't vocalize English successfully to generate emotions and speech patterns.
Yeah. Didn't mind it.
It's a character. He was like that last season.
Yeah.
But it was much sad on the second watch. It really it's meant to be quite poignant, and it hits a whole lot more on the second go through. Boy.
Yeah.
That is a good shot of the station. Wow, that's a very low detail model. Jesus. Oh my god, there's no. Wow, that is so bad. Huh. Wow. That's hilarious.
Maybe you can't see the detail because it's moving at 720 kilometers per second, according to scans, with a radial velocity of 22 degrees per second.
Speaking of radial velocity, what do you think of the guy still having the old uniform-ish style, like a workman's version?
That was funny. It's we got to use these uniforms. We made them for one fucking episode. We need to use them. Here, wear this. That's what I thought about that.
Well, it's funny watching the last time on and see them still in their fully tailored, properly done uniforms. And dumpster, new uniforms. Yeah. I liked it. I like the bright color stripes, so I'm all for. I thought it worked well.
Yeah, it works fine. I think you're going to see other ships, and yes, station crews and stuff wearing these in the background, because they're not going to waste them. Nope. They did it in TNG. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah. Anyway, so behind him in the window, they magnify the thing and they see the distortion. And so there's just this gravitational distortion of some kind hit the station and spun it, essentially. And okay, and earlier we saw Reese in command of the ship. Here, she has quite a few lines back and forth with Reese, and like I said, Reese got more lines of dialogue in this one episode than he has in all 3 seasons leading up to this. So, great. Glad you're fleshing out the bridge crew. Hopefully when Bryce gets back, same thing applies.
Although you say fleshing out, they had no lines that weren't procedural, so you didn't learn anything about any of them at all.
True.
Except the generic, she's a good pilot, like Detmer. But he was good in the command role. He very much felt like Sulu on the Excelsior, like instantly took the chair, instantly whatever. So yeah, we didn't learn anything, but yeah, give them lines, give them dialogue, make them meaningful, at least in the bridge, you know. And yeah, it felt like an actual crew together. And this is the thing: you put Burnham, you force her in the center seat. You forced her to talk to them and give them lines. The scriptwriter, not used to that because he's always off ship. And that's kind of why, you know, her leaving the bridge was a dumb move, because it's just like now they just left the bridge almost entirely, and now the actors are like, I got lines, page 27. Oh, next time's page 39. Oh,
yeah.
I'll be my trailer then. Donut.
Well, they are talking to this guy, and he's like, one of my engineers called it a shit show, which is Earth for bad. It is indeed.
I like that.
And they talk about he says the Q nodes are squiddled, which I thought was a cool little thing, which we find out later is in his language means they're basically unrepairable. It means destroyed beyond repair. And he's an acozonium. Acozonium expression. So there you go. But yeah, replacing Q nodes. Chili knows how to do it, but Adira grew up with this stuff, so Adira's probably the expert. And so Burnham says, all right, Tilly, you and Adira go over, you take charge and make sure she does everything all right. And then we get the Tilly and Tilly sideshow.
But it makes sense. Adira's just lived with it. And then walking the bridge felt like nothing had changed with the Grey character. But yeah, I mean...
Well, before that, we get the whole... Washington is supposed to transport them over, but only if Detmer can line up the ship. I thought that was funny. That back and forth was really good. Of course I can do it, bitch.
And you definitely got a little bit of like romantic tension. Which they had a bit last season.
There's a few times.
But
even during the speeches at the Starfleet Academy thing, they were side by side and they looked at each other and had that kind of vibe.
Cause it's just something, a little bit of something, you know, or just be super sisterly. But they were nice. They were nice. But I mean, I think most pilots could do that. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's their job.
Yeah, like it's not that hard. I mean, the computer can calculate the transition phase. I mean, it's not. Yeah, but that's her one thing as pilot. So give her a pilot line. Then you get the Grey stuff, which Adira was just Tilly. And not at all like season 1 character. I much preferred the season 1 version.
Yeah, Adira and Grey were both fucking annoying in this episode.
Grey was just Grey though, like no change, same thing.
Yeah, but like, why was it needed? I mean, they make the point of when I become a person again, or get a body again, but it was just there to remind us of that, I think.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know why they think they could put a consciousness into body and keep it there. Like there's.
Well, that's Hugh's job.
Well, I guess, yeah, but it, also bringing him back from the dead. I guess he's back from the dead. So bring him back from the dead. I like that it's an egg. It's quite a cute visual. But yeah, Tilly feels so much just not Tilly, just character. There isn't really anything without any of that bubbly Asperger's-ness. Just kind of character who's in blue.
Yep, really getting disappointed with Tilly's character as of late.
They don't know what to do with her. And, weirdly enough, they beam over and now have the tactical vests on.
Yeah, well, I think they beamed down to the storage room to get the vests, but then they beamed out, probably, would be my guess.
I mean, so Adira came to the bridge to beam back down to the armory. Like, I hope that's true, but I think they just beamed themselves into the uniforms. That feels like a them thing to do.
Mm.
But I did like the upside down set. It's a bit overused. It got a bit obnoxious the more the scenes went on. But I did like it the way it was done. We called it from the trailer, but it's a bit plain and it looks super like Discovery season 1 and 2. Like it looks like an Enterprise set with a red. It doesn't look at all future. Like it just looks like a normal Discovery from season 1 and 2, and that like it should
900-year-old set. Good job, guys.
Yeah, it's super generic. Not it's weird.
I love how the guy's like, "Don't touch that. I'll take care of it. It's my job, my station, my crew, whatever."
Yeah, I didn't quite understand his context here because
I didn't either. I thought it was leading to something. And then we're supposed to care about him because we hear about his fucking planet. And he wants to go back to his planet and see this geyser thing, and it's like, oh, and he's dead. It's like, I don't care. You didn't connect me with the characters. Sorry.
But just this obelisk thing in particular, is that what they're there to fix or not? Because he's like, don't touch it. But then he says basically, don't bother with the fixing thing that I brought you to fix. Help me fix the thrusters. It's like, no, they're here to fix the stuff with the matter, but don't fix that. It's like, well,
they talk about quantum data memory devices, then they're kind of tricky. And he's like, yeah, insanely tricky. I know all about it. Blah, blah.
But
he seems very OCD.
He does.
Like he needs to do it himself to make sure it's done right.
But then Adira is like, oh, you know how to use them? It's like, it's his station. He's the chief engineer. What are you on about? I just thought it was very poorly framed. This little exchange was just super. I didn't understand what they were saying. And I'm good at this shit. I just didn't understand. Yeah. And again, Tilly just wasn't present in the scene almost.
Tilly's like, let him take the lead. We're just his guests. But I do like the line where he jumps in and they're like, you asked us to come help you. Mm-hmm. So shut the hell up.
Yeah, it was a very strange little scene. And
lots of turd, he is not a Packlid.
Yeah. And then lots of just fades for some reason. I know passive time, but it was weird. Didn't he like 5 fades?
Yeah, and you get to see the door of the Discovery's closed, the shuttle bay door. At least some of the shots you can see some light hitting it, so thank God for that.
Yes. Just didn't think the fades were necessarily necessary, especially when the set's not changing. Like, if the set had then gone the right way up, that would have been logical. You know, we fixed gravity and... But just fade from set to set. Fade from set to set. It's like, okay. Mm-hmm. Boring, I guess? I don't know. Weird.
So they need another 45 minutes to get life support and everything else stabilized because now the thrusters are working. So things. So yeah, life supports and sensors is what they're working on. 45 minutes, you got it. It's all great. And then some debris coming in.
Which they didn't scan ahead of time, I guess?
I guess not.
Despite having...
Frozen methane from the Oort cloud, or an Oort cloud.
Despite having 32nd century scanners, no. Okay. It's a surprise. And that was a really hard transition point that I liked in concept, but guys, come on. You'd scan it. It can't be a surprise. That's silly.
Yeah.
But I love the shield bubble moment when they go over the ship. I thought it was a cool looking effect. Although I don't like the hexagons still, and it's the same as the Protostar.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Yep.
It's like the new aesthetic. I do like, we can extend it, but it'll be weak. It's like, okay.
A nice feeling limitation. Although, my God, stay on the shield bubble shot. They literally have comm towers, comm dishes that are verbatim comm dishes. Really? In the 32nd century, we have literally comm dishes. I think they may have just nicked that off another 3D model from another show. I don't think that's a custom-built Star Trek asset.
It's
You see what I mean?
It's not even a futuristic dish like it would have been 900 years ago from them. This is like one you would see right now on Earth pointed towards the sky. So, yeah. What the hell?
That's right out of one of their Avenger contracts.
Fuck me.
Like, that's so silly looking.
Well, to be fair, the interior is 900 years old looking. Looks Discovery era, so I mean,
sure.
Hey.
So it's a good space shot. It's one of the best space shots they've done for a while, actually. And although, why the hell are rocks exploding in fireballs? I guess methane explodes.
Magnesite.
I thought it was frozen methane.
Frozen methane. Yeah, sorry, you're right.
Does that combust?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Fuck. Excitement, thrills, explosions everywhere.
Well, that is the theme for the next 15 minutes. You.
Holy Christ.
Yeah.
Moving on. Anyway, yeah, so lots of explosions, lots of, like I said, they turned the Discovery Bridge into a goddamn Disney attraction because you got the on each side, exact same timing, exact same flame pattern. Stop. Just vary them maybe. But anyway.
Yeah, it got a bit embarrassing in second time because they work as we're under attack, all hands were dying, but the shields are being hit. You're not getting internal damage yet. The most you can do is have your shield emitter be overloaded. You aren't.
But there's debris all over the floor.
Yeah, why? They're not getting damaged by anything. It's the shields. Like the Baze and Rift battle, like it was the shields got down like 10%, and they're fine because that's what shields are for. I don't think they understand what shields are for, but of course they don't. It's Discovery. But yeah, it lost all meaning when fire is just coming out. And then especially when he cuts Stamets and his building's like, his room's like blowing apart. It's like, but the shields are up still. Why is he damaged? This is the spore chamber. Why is this room exploding?
Also, why the fuck is Stamets doing all of the chief engineer work right now? Like redirecting power, fixing the Heisenberg compensators on the transporters. He's not the chief engineer. He's the mushroom guy. Where's Jet Reno right now?
Well, he's also doing it from the spore control chamber, which is not
I know.
engineering.
I know.
And hasn't got an engineering team either. It's embarrassing. This is not, like I said, they have nothing for him to do. He has no role on the ship.
And I've heard there's going to be more Jet Reno later in the season, but she's not even here. Like, is she having a bubble bath right now on Discovery? Did she get left behind on the station for some reason because they had to jump out so quick? Why do they not have a chief engineer?
Maybe she was on the Curry too.
There you go. She's consulting. Yeah, with Bryce, sure.
But it's really like he could have been cut for the entire episode.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's completely nonsensical. And like, where's his team? He's in the Spawn alone. I know Burnham knows him, but use a damn engineering team, not this bloody guy. It's embarrassing.
General Grievous puts in $2 and says, "Comm Tower is brought to you by Kirkland Great Value trademark." Perfect. We have 170 people watching right now, which is awesome, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button. We're at 143 likes. I want to at least hit 150, but I'm aiming for 180. So hit that like button if you're just joining us. Vote on our poll. We have 103 votes right now. And if you can super chat, please feel free. Honestly, right now, $60 would be a fantastic number to end on because that's kind of like the minimum.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah. So if you can, a couple 5s, 10 here and there. Just let us know your thoughts, any theories you want us to discuss, something we missed. Let us know. Super chats are great.
And it was also kind of strange. They talk about the Heisenberg compensator going down, but they all have transporters in their comm badges. So why weren't they transporting using their comm badges?
Ooh, good point. I completely fucking forgot.
They don't need the Heisenberg compensator. They're completely independent transporters.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, literally, Tilly has a transport. I mean, they all have comm badges. Each one of them has a transporter. Why can't they just beam inside the escape pod? Like, they all still work.
You know why? Because the script they're holding says...
Oh, like every page says, "Do not transport."
Yeah.
Because that's how they beamed in. They just tap and they just... It's weird. That's the thing. If you invent God tech, you got to forget about the God tech. Yeah, it's weird.
Wouter 215.
Hold on. Why did they just spore drive the station away? We know they can attach them and spore it.
Maybe too big?
Did you see Osiris' ship?
That's true.
That was much bigger. I know they attached to it technically, but I mean they proved it could. It's been 5 months. So just they're missing. I mean, the whole rescue is ill thought out. Even they try to think it out, it's plot. It's a little bit like they should try to beam it. They should beam them out. They should beam in spacesuits.
There was so many solutions to this one problem.
So many solutions to the problem. Yeah.
Welder215 throws in €10 and says, "Why is the whole ship lined with explosives?" Because they're actually fireworks smugglers that no one knows about.
Yeah.
They have it hidden in secret compartments all over the ship.
Yeah, it got very obnoxious. Yeah.
General Grievous, $5. If they had this much damage with shields happening when Lorca did the emergency spore jump to save the colony from Klingons, everyone would be dead.
Yeah, I mean, look at this shot. The shields are still fine. Why? And then we have this little moment with the not Packard guy basically saying, we need to go to the decks, until he's like, no, there's no air. He's like, well, since the damage, we don't know. And then they basically, the prison has to talk him down from taking the crew out. But it doesn't have the power the scene thinks it does.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. And we got another Morn character.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and Adira's like, yes, the escape pod's designed for one-way trip, but I can reprogram it. Trust me. Give me the trust.
Person I've just met who's 40 years younger than me, who I have no idea who you are. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
But there's only one solution, because now there's debris stopping the escape pod from moving.
I forgot all about this shit.
This is a big little moment, Stuart.
So, can we get the dots to go and remove the debris? How long will that take? Longer than we have. Oh, well, then I'll take the time to go down, get suited up, get in a work pod, launch the work pod, take the work B or whatever over there. So, yeah, that's a lot quicker than launching a fucking dot droid.
In fairness, she can beam into the pod.
To be fair, they could beam dot droids, 5 of them, around the thing to remove the debris.
Actually, yeah, if they're saying they can't use personal transporters anymore, should we have to physically walk to the bay, get in a spacesuit, which are presumably they go on her body?
Exactly. So they can't use the transporter, so she has to do that. The dot droids are already in launch tubes, you would have think.
Yeah. I already sent them a few minutes ago, the other day. I mean, within 20 seconds.
Yep.
And they've got, I'm sure, lasers and tractor beams. Because they say like 4 minutes. I don't think she could launch a work beam in 4 minutes. Like, maybe in 4 minutes, but not...
I was going to say, the door's always open, but for this one time it's closed, so you don't have to wait for it to open. Or you do this time, I mean.
Yeah. Although, Sergeant Montgomery, what if the badges are like a wireless device that still need connected to the transporter, like a router? You'd think so, but no, because Book can use his, and they recharge. That was the whole point of them. They're completely self-contained. I'm sure they do connect to it for long range. I'm sure they can't beam to a planet's surface, so you need the... But you never see them do anything that big. They've got limited range. So no, they are specifically wireless, self-contained. That's why they're limited.
Area 51, $5. They are fireworks smugglers and moonshine runners. That's why the shuttle bay door is closed. General Grievous, $2. Plot twists. Another undercover Packlet infiltration.
That would make sense. Rumdar's cousin, sorry.
I do like this scene, though, where she's like, I'm going to go do it. And the Federation president's like, what? Is that really the best idea right now? Yeah, I got the most experience on this kind of shit. Who cares about my pilot? That's the one job. I got more experience. I'm going to go do it. It's like, okay. Bye. I like how she's like, are you questioning my command decisions? Asking the question is not the same as... What does she say here? Oh my god, it's such a great line. Are you questioning my decision? A question doesn't imply questioning, Captain. Yeah.
It's great, because Burnham's wrong here. Detmer should go. She's the pilot. I don't believe I
would be launching dot droids right now.
Or dot
and
droids.
Launching a work bee as a backup.
Yes. Yeah. I don't quite believe that she has more pilot training than Detmer, given she's a dedicated pilot. Because also Burnham was in the Vulcan.
She has more experience, not more training. She has more
that's what I meant. I mean, more direct experience. I guess she's older than Detmer, although they look relatively similar in age. Beskar looks quite young. But she was with the Vulcan Academy for her entire life. She never went to Starfleet Academy ever. Then she got sent to the Shinjo. She wasn't test party on the Shinjo. So I don't buy she has more hours in those crafts. I think Detmold, who's a dedicated pilot. It's like, send the pilot. But this felt like we need to have Burnham be the saviour. At least the president would say, excuse me, that's season 1 you, girl. So I'm hoping this represents she's going to stop doing that. I don't think she will, but I was like, now you're taking us back to a place of bad writing, because she should be in this chair giving orders. That's her new role. This wouldn't be Picard or Kirk. Neither would do this. Jamie wouldn't do this. Sisko wouldn't do this. It feels so it feels wrong, and I'm glad they called out for it. Showing she's not ready for any other command except this.
I am Misi, throws in $10. Haven't had a chance to watch the episode yet. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. And drop a super chat. So you're great. Thank you, IMEC.
Amazing.
General Grievous, $2. How many explosions would a Miranda have in Disco? How many explosions would a Miranda have? I don't know.
All of them. It would take 4 or 5 burns and be still there. Alan says, was really hoping that when they made Burnham captain, they would stop forcing her to be in the hero in every situation. This is the perfect chance to use Detmer. Yes. But I do like the fact she's just like, I'm going to do it, bitch. And walks away from the president. So it's quite a good... It was like, ooh. Although, who takes charge of the bridge then? Oh, no. Okay, Reese walks in. You would think the president...
Well, she leaves. Whatever happens, keep those shields up. She does give the last order, but yes, I think it's Reese that's stepping into the command chair. So. Who's the first officer, by the way? Is it Tilly? Is it Reese? I think it's probably Reese.
I think it's Reese now. Yeah.
Which is fine. I like that. Keep that. Yes.
But how awkward, though. Tilly was second in command like last year, who was younger than you, and now you are, and you get no lines. And he's good, though. Back to Kavanaugh Stewart.
Oh, yes.
Sukal
and...
You are my long-lost father. That kind of works.
Shut up. Shut up, Freddy Krueger. He looks exactly like Freddy Krueger, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah, he's like, you miss your friends. You can go. I have friends and family here. Don't worry. And, people are scared of me because they're afraid I'll cause another burn, but a lot of people aren't. So, I mean, it's good. You can go. You don't have to stick around for me. Saru, I don't like you. Get the fuck out of here. It's basically how this conversation goes.
I mean,
it's really well done.
Yeah.
It's really well written. It's delivered and acted very well. So.
He's such a weird actor, but it fits. And now we know the actor's like 70, and he's playing like a boy, but not. It's a very unique performance. But you've done your bit here. But I think
how at the end he's like, balance is possible.
Yeah.
It's like he's something he would have learned from Saru, and it's like,
yeah,
that was so well delivered.
Yeah. It was aliens. They feel alien. It's a good little context. And I quite liked the many people look at you and see the burn, because he did cause the death of billions, of trillions, and he caused the subsequent death of trillions. This guy, not this guy and the thing, like this guy, he did cause it 1-to-1.
Who's got 2 thumbs and caused the burn?
Oh. But I mean, Saru can never go back to being an officer, like, because he feels so removed from that now.
Well, that's something we didn't mention in the first, the something elder.
Yeah, revered elder.
The revered elder, yes, not older than a lot of the
younger
that were
younger than them all.
But because he's 900 years from the past and knew all about, before the Varahi or whatever the hell it's called.
Jat Vash?
No, not the Jat Vash, not the Kuat Malat, not the
Vadrash? Vadrash Rabadi?
It's something. Anyway,
Rahai.
No.
Is it?
let us know, guys. What is it called? The thing. Anyway, yeah, I love that he's the elder and he's like this revered. And you see the thing that's on his uniform. That's what later we see on his Starfleet uniform as well. So like the representative of Kaminar.
Yeah, he'll be an ambassador. He'll be a representative. But I think he just feels so. This is him now. He'll know he won't be captain of a ship. It doesn't feel right anymore. Which I'm fine with. I never thought he was, but it was actually a good scene. It was good. Good acting. Oh, another nice space shot as we zoom in and we see the work bee fly out of its arse. It's kind of how it felt though, just a little bit.
Futuristic work bee. We have a video coming out.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes. Back to upside down shots.
Oh yes.
Back to holographics that don't look any more advanced than they were 900 years ago.
Nope. Oh my god. Yeah, and then she moves a piece of debris and Reese, you got eyes on that? I do. It's clear of the launch vessel's launch trajectory. You're fine. Great. 2 pieces left. Grabbing them now. Smash. Wow. And then just silence.
It's a good reaction. They do a good job here. But I'm just wondering, A, what hit her? B, how did it destroy her shields? C, why did she not die quickly?
And then why is her stunt double or her CGI? You can tell it's CGI. You really can.
Yeah. Oh. It's fine. But it's like, are these work bees not strong enough to take a rock impact? It's a rock. Come on. And like full on destroyed shatter. As a bit, and this is totally unnecessary for the story as well. Why is this thing getting hit? It's weird. It's just a complete unneeded moment.
Then her spacesuit activates and she starts flying towards the thing. She's like, "Damn it! I need an update." He's like, "Well, we got the shield at 25%." She goes, "25% is a good number." He's like, "Don't get used to it because I've diverted power from everywhere because I'm the only one here apparently." You gave everybody else the day off.
Vahari. There you go. Thank you for my comments.
Vahari. Thank you. Yeah.
But as to a poll, 138 votes, is a Federation president. Kind of a bit reveal / twist. Later in the season. Yes, 74%. No, 26%. Hey, that's freaking. We all got it. We all sensed it. So good job, us.
Ooh, Bryce says, for your information, they often talk about Trekyards videos on Trek BBS.
Oh, goodness.
Cool. Good, for the good or for the bad? Because, whatever. General Grievous, $5. Burnham was promoted too soon. As captain, you can only make sacrifices when it won't compromise the success of a mission, not sacrifice just to be the hero. Indeed. And Anthony Tsui puts in $3 and says, next time. It's a little hippo pointing at a next time sign, and I'm scared. Next time what? What you gonna do?
When they come for you, bad hippo. What you gonna do? I'm sorry.
Yes, that thing that you said. Yeah. Are we doing a new poll?
No, do one.
Oh, I don't have one right now. Oh. Hold on, I'll think of one. Anyway, dude's like draws a weapon on Tilly and is like, "No, we're gonna do it my way." And she's like, "Hey, you know what? You shouldn't be taking your crew on a suicide mission. You're taking them to a very dark place right now." Anyway, put down the phaser. Oh my goodness, my thing just froze here. Hold on a second. There it is. Okay, cool. And then we get the captain or Burnham. Whatever. I'm confused. I'm back now though. It's fine. The president is like asking him about his world and the freshwater oceans and the fissure of Gerats. He's like, "How do you know? Most of my species, the Acozonum, whatever, don't even know about the fissure." And she explains how beautiful it is and blah, 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 and how you do want to see it. And anyway, that convinces him to put the phaser down. These things are important. General Grievous, $2. Work bee possessed by spirits of Miranda ships.
But I thought the present scene was quite good. It's exactly what shows she's a strong leader. She's learned something. Burnham judging her later, I think, is totally unjustified. You know, the fact
Oh yeah, we'll get to that scene in a second.
you know, she's you know, everyone else on the bridge is silent. They ain't helping, are they? President right there does her homework, comes in, sells it perfectly well. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Well on her.
And of course, just like when the transporters are working at minimum power, you can't get everybody in at once. So 3 of them stay behind because tension. We need that.
Yes, the one that reprograms it should totally stay behind in case anything breaks on it. You send Adira to help fix it. If
Can't hear you. Oh, now I can't hear you. Oh, now I can hear you again. Perfect.
Can you guys still hear me? Yes.
Yeah, they can hear you. So anyway, the launch vehicle launches with Burnham on top.
Yeah, that's a fun little going along for the ride moment.
And then she opens a channel to the president. She's like, out of curiosity, were you reading his file earlier, or have you been to the fissure of Jurat? And the president just calls her out and says, it's not curiosity, Captain. You're wondering if I lied to him. Did you? Does it matter? And Burnham's like, no, because I would have probably done the same thing, and I've done it many times over the course of my career in Starfleet. So she shuts right up. I don't know why she was questioning her about it. It's what needed to be done under the situation to get things settled. Good thing she's reading the files, unless she has some mind reading capability or something at this point. Who knows? But I don't know why she called her out on it. It really makes no sense, and it's never really answered. And it bothers me because, yes, it did work, and the Federation president is right. It doesn't matter.
She was saving lives.
Yep.
Burnham, you're totally in the wrong there. But I feel like at this point, Burnham wants to not like the president, given the last thing, so she's in kind of an angsty mood. So it feels extremely one-sided. I don't know if the show's trying to make us not like them, but it's entirely one-sided. And also, it's weird. Burnham's literally flying in space right now, and that's the best time to hail her. It's really badly paced. And also,
yeah, I've got 2 minutes. Let's have a conversation.
Also, is it a closed channel? Because it feels like just the whole room can hear it.
It did, absolutely. It was a bridge.
Let me just briefly question the president of the Federation live on air.
Well, to be fair, she's getting back at her because she just questioned her before she left in front of her.
Oh, that's not how you do the president, though. God damn it. But yeah, it's a really weird, not good scene. And given the fact that later we have a really big scene with them, ooh, a bit there. Just. Also, what's with the really weird Iron Man view? I know they've already done that several times. That is the worst one they've done so far.
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing. That's so nothing. It's ridiculous.
Cornelius Iron, speaking of Iron Man, puts in $5.
Thank you.
Her work bee should have had the honeycomb shields like Discovery and the Protostar.
Yes.
Yeah. Burnham wanted to know if she was a lying politician or not. There is a reference to Burnham's cynicism earlier in the episode. Yes, there is.
Yeah. Don't ask in the middle of a situation when in theory she should be. I mean, she really should be captaining the ship right now and phoning up her crew saying, "Crew, here's my next order."
She'd just be saying, "Are you ticking a box? Are you just here to say that you served? You had some action?"
I said to Vance, "You suck." I said it, President. It does feel a bit, yeah. Oy.
All right, so everybody gets aboard, and they're like, send it back. They've got 5 minutes. How much time do we have left before shit goes south? And it's 4 minutes if we're lucky, and it's like, fuck.
That's a good edit, though. I like that little wordage.
Yeah.
But they keep getting bashed by non-damage, and there's just fire behind them as they're not being hit. It's just really poor.
And Burnham's had a chance to get on board, fix her fucking hair. She got hit with a rock in the work bee, and you saw her hair doing this. And then the suit went around it. Did the suit braid her hair and fix it? Because she's already back on board, got from the shuttle bay back to the bridge, and looks exactly like she did before she left.
It's as if they just filmed this scene straight after the last scene.
Right? Is that not something that just pisses you off?
All right, Soniqua. Okay, you've walked out. End of scene 32. Right, we're just going to cut straight to scene 42, okay? And walk in, action.
And after they filmed it, and the director goes home, and he's sitting on his couch, he's like, fuck, we forgot the hair and makeup, guys. We're not gonna refilm that shit. No.
Shall we see CGI bad hair? No. We've got too much fire going on. Yeah. I agree. It's pretty funny.
Nobody will notice. It's fine. Just move on.
And it's like perfect hair as well. Like it's flawless.
Yeah. Doesn't look like she was in the vacuum of space for any amount of time.
Because she was literally dying of asphyxiation for a few seconds.
And her hair was like flying around.
Like that's death air. Like
and how is it that the spacesuit didn't like chop all her hair off as it formed?
Well, it's advanced space helmet.
Yeah. Sure. Like I said, it braided her hair and did it. It was doing her hair the whole time she was removing debris.
But let's be honest, that's not regulation hair either.
True.
But I mean, I like for captains they can kind of, because they're not meant to go off ship. So captains who can sit in the chair can have long hair because who cares? But it's not really action fighty hair.
Richard Kennedy, £4.50.
Thank you.
This is the first time I didn't mind Burnham. I'd go so far as to say I kind of liked her here. Overall, I liked the episode. Yeah.
Better than she's been.
Then the president talks to her about mathematics and loss. You cannot defeat the mathematics of loss and blah, blah, blah.
It almost takes her out of the chair, but she says, "Nope, you're in command," and they keep going, and we jump back to Quajon. Okay.
Yeah, you're the captain, and then
and no long-range sensors on the planet formerly known as Quajon.
Well, Book goes up in the upper atmosphere and finds all of the dead birds. Meanwhile, he's talking to his buddies, saying, "Yeah, I don't know." Well, his brother's saying maybe they sensed an earthquake or something too small for us to feel. Just get back here for food, man. It's fine. And then he says, "Take Leto and get someplace safe. I need to find out what's happening." And the other guy asks, "What is it?" He said, "Just do it." So I think we're going to see him alive later in the season. Because all it takes is getting to a ship and launching, and then because that was say Book life, the fact he was in a ship. So
and they've got beaming tech too. Everyone's got beaming, like comm badges. That's common tech. So yeah, I'm not against. I be sad if they died. Although since we haven't connected with the rest of the planet yet. Although is Quajon the place they brought the rescued whale things to? Or was that a different planet? A sanctuary?
That was a sanctuary planet.
Okay. Oh, they all got killed too. But it certainly is drastic. I kind of wish we saw the distortion for more than half a second before the moon gets just annihilated. But boy, that moon gets annihilated. That is a very vicious little... Well, it's so close. I don't get the scaling here because moons are very far away normally, but the debris hits them within half a second, which implies it hit the planet within half a second, which means... And if the ship got hit, it's not going to survive the impact of a planet's destruction, then being shot into another planet. Like, I don't understand how he lived here and the planet didn't get destroyed. Or it did. I mean, like, him surviving here doesn't make sense. The way it's a real, like, cluster F.
Well, I like how the ship autopilots back to Discovery. That's explained. But, yeah, it just...
Well, but he's also awake.
Book... Well, is he, though? He gets thrown over the... Well, his stunt double gets thrown over the thing. You can tell it's a stunt double.
No, I mean, at the end...
the freeze frame I'm on, it's his stunt double. And he's lying there, his arms like, and then it's fade to black.
Oh yes, that stunt double. No, I mean like at the end, like he's awake then, but it feels like it's been seconds, you know. But I don't know. I don't think it could survive. It's a normal ship. I mean, remember Quajon also had shields as well. Like he had planetary defense shields. Why are they not more powerful than? I mean, it's the whole planet getting attacked, but this is strange. It was just weird. It was a weird scene. It was constructed weird.
But back to the space station.
Oh, yes.
We're having a nice heart-to-heart of what was the last time you were back to your planet. It's been too long. What are you going to do when you get back? I'm going to have a bubble bath, have some tea. And Tilly's like, I have no idea because they don't know what to do with my character.
Am I leaving yet? No? Okay. Which is good, though. You know, she'll be off the show this season. Like, that's the vibe you get here. She has no functional role. Every season she's a different role, and they haven't worked out one that works.
And we got more of the flame machines here, so General Grievous, $2. Get someplace safe. Hides under office desk. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Get in a doorway.
The skateboard launches again. Although
Just
if it,
as the station gets hit.
well, they say they have one on every deck, but I don't think something this big is on every single deck. Given this on the top. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I like the fact that it's destroyed instantly, and we follow it, and we're like, and we know what's going to happen straight away, because the shields are down now. It's now finally getting hit, which this would be a great time to start these explosions, but they're happening the entire time, so there's no great effect. It just feels like every day, and they wait, they call it, and then as they black alert, even bigger kaboom. All of the machines go off at once. All of them. And then they jump into nowhere. I don't know why they didn't bother changing space very much. It's odd, like it's framed oddly. But yes, it away.
Yeah, they call Dr. Culber down, and we find the dead guy, and we don't care. And really, there's no tact. Like, you pull up your tricorder, patient deceased. It's like, I think in most instances, some people that are related to the patient or good friends with them might not want to know in that way. Just saying.
I had two thoughts. One, Kolb was ripped to move this big concrete...
He is. Have you seen the actor?
I have seen the actor.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't rock. This is metal.
Yeah.
Right? This is some sort of space thing that's metal.
I just don't know how he did it without getting his beautiful white uniform dirty.
I thought that. The room's fucked. His uniform's been pressed cleaned every take. I thought that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also thought the first thing you do is beam the guy to sickbay to start trying to help him.
Life support, yeah.
Like, he's dead, but you take him to sickbay. He gives up within 0 seconds. Oh, dead, okay. It's like, Jesus Christ.
There's nothing I can do. I can't even try.
I can't even try. I mean, Crusher would be very upset with you. And you have more advanced technology. Where are your golems? You had them for Picard. So that definitely was a weird little... They hurt that moment a little bit.
And it's like we were really supposed to care about this guy, and I just didn't. I'm just like, oh, okay, he's dead. That sucks.
Well, what it really is, it's showing life is fleeting. Is that this guy realizes on autopilot, his life is not as meaningful as he thought. Until he's like, oh, and this guy's life has slipped out. I'm going to want to leave because my life is not... Yeah. I'm not doing anything here. My life isn't worth anything. Yeah.
And what the fuck are the dot droids doing? They come in and they like look around. They look at the wall. They look at a crate. It's like there's damage and things to do, guys.
No, they're thinking... They still updated this after 900 years. That's weird. Guys, I keep coming expecting a new room. Yeah.
I repainted this panel like 2 weeks ago. Is it? Oh, it's okay. Okay, good. Scratch is gone.
My favorite panel is fine.
Shit.
Yeah. So we cut to a dramatic shot of something.
That's the wreckage of the space station.
Okay. The president walks in, and we have a phenomenal speech in close up, 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 close up.
The Kobayashi Maru speech.
Yes. 3
dead, 4 wounded, but 9 are going home as a result. But then we get the whole, you can't do this shit because the odds are not always in your favor. You seem to think that because you've been lucky before, it's going to happen every time, but you risked everybody to save a few. The whole needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few thing. Love the speech. Love her attitude towards Burnham. Boom. Awesome. But yeah, it turns out she was checking out shortlist candidates for the experimental, the Pathway Drive prototype and the next generation Spore Drive, which they're working on. And yeah, Burnham says that's a totally different kind of captaincy, first of all. But even if she had offered it to her, she wouldn't have accepted it because Discovery's her home. I don't know. It's a great speech. And the swing of a pendulum, this time of change can be like, be like a wrecking ball if it's done wrong. Loved that analogy as well. Very well done. Dax Cisco puts in $5. I think Tilly is being set up for a growth arc. Probably wanted to show it on screen, so they made changes to the story. Possibly.
I just think another reboot. You know, just moving her away from existent roles. But it was a great speech. I mean, the president's right about everything. I said it before, but you know, Kobayashi Maru isn't. Your lesson isn't save everybody, because when you're trying to stay in the Kobayashi Maru, you die because you're trying to save everybody. You also lose if you try and save nobody, but you always lose. The idea is you need to weigh the risks, choose the lesser evil, the thing that goes with your gut, go as far as you can, but know when to pull back. Burnham never pulls back, and the script says she wins. That's how she keeps winning, not the logic. And the test is, yeah, there is no win, and work the best you can, and Burnham needs to learn that. Now she's a captain, she's having to, now she really has a responsibility for the entire crew, and she's not ready for anything beyond this job, as a FedEx officer, who then deals with emergencies because they happen to be there. It's a good SmackDown, and Burnham's like, I disagree with what you're saying, and she's like, I know you do, but you're young.
We'll even talk about her file. Like, it says you suffered a loss early on that makes you whatever. And Burnham's like, I don't see that as a detriment.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Yeah. So.
But then the president says.
The president did say she's eminently qualified. She's deciphered the burn. She brought people from the saved basically the future, the history.
You may have saved the universe. Doesn't make you all big. That was because the script said you would. Not because you earned it.
Right.
Yeah, I like the you're trying to deal with this emotional thing when you're young and you're overcompensating, but if you're using every situation in command with the emotional response of I'm gonna save everybody, you're gonna get people killed. The fact that you haven't yet really is because the script again says you haven't. But yeah, it was a really good speech, and obviously the president feels a bit more negative, but it's a not a very nice conversation and shows her wisdom, her real wisdom. She's seen more than you realise. I mean, we can't tell her age from Cardassianness. I mean, how old is she? You wouldn't be president without being somewhat experienced. So it's a good scene. Surprisingly good scene, I think.
Well, she's part Denobulan, part Cardassian.
I thought part of her. Yeah.
And yeah. Jason6690 puts in $5.
Thank you.
Where is the sphere data? Oh, wait. God Tech.
It'll be around.
Yeah. So anyway, we get notification that Bookship has arrived. Something bad's happened. So they beam from the ready room to the bridge. Nobody walks anywhere anymore. Pull up the Quajon long-range sensor array. There's nothing there. You did it wrong. Increase the scan radius. Oh, look, there's something. Dun, dun, dun. Love the reaction on everybody's face. Some really good reaction shots from everybody. And then we see Quajon all busted up.
And it is a hell of a visual, and you really feel the scene, and the book sells it. Everyone's reaction sells it. It's a very, very good little moment. And they destroyed a lot of planets in Discovery. And Picard. This is the best one by an absolute mile.
And they've already cleaned up the bridge. The floors are spotless.
Come on, those dots are right on it, Stuart. Come on. And they've already refilled the flamethrowers. They're that efficient. But no, it's a really powerful end actually, and it neither of us like Quajon even, but it really sells. Well, they would think the president would order them straight back to Federation HQ, but
yeah,
I guess not.
Sergeant Montgomery, $2. Planet destroyed and no tears from Burnham.
Though,
she was almost on the verge of crying. She's got to be there for her man.
Yeah, it was all the shock. I mean, I thought her face was great. I thought she actually motivated very well. Mm-hmm. What can you do? I mean, book is like, well, I lost everything. Well, in fairness, he lost everything previously. He just regained everything. So that's a sad thing. He was now turning the corner. He hadn't been there for like 10 years or something. So, So guys, we're now reaching the end. We'd love to hear your scores, and if we can get a final batch of 5s, we'd love to take another $50. It's been quite a not so good month for us, so if we can get on the 50, that would be really, 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 really fantastic. And put in your scores out of 10, please, for this season and for all of Discovery season, because we can do that because we've seen 4 seasons. Super chat version Stuart will read with a non-super chat, so it's free to have them read out. Let's see what the consensus is, or at least a vibe is. I don't know what I'm going to say. He doesn't know what he's going to say. And I'm going to throw a new poll in. But yeah, if we can get a 50, 10 fives, that'd be so helpful. I'm going to create a new poll while Stuart reads out whatever's there currently.
We have Ronald Anderson with a $25 super chat, which is amazing. So thank you so much. And he says, I love watching you guys. Do you think we will see the Enterprise this season? Thinky face. I don't think so. It's my thoughts. Don't think so. Options. Hold on, I just got to take care of something here real quick. Copy.
Yeah, I think Voyager is our Enterprise here, rather than just doing Enterprise. It's a safe way of having a famous hero without actually having the famous hero.
Yep.
I can imagine at the end of season 4, it might be commissioned. I think you said this in another review as a symbolic thing of new Enterprise, but that would be like a. Depends on the tone of the season, but I can see it being this season or next season as the next season.
Yeah. And General Grievous, $2. President should puff her face like Phlox at Burnham.
Yeah, something like that. And guys, I will do a second poll, so do vote now. I want to throw in a second poll if I can remember it by the end.
All right, well, let's go into my diatribe of what I think of this
episode.
Yes, like I said, there's a lot of little things.
Any further thoughts? Like, do you change at all since you worked with me here?
No, I think it didn't improve it at all. Sorry. I didn't like the way it started. It felt too not Star Trek, and like everything felt Star Wars, as we kind of made the comparisons to. There was just too much silliness going on at the opening scenes. Stop talking about your goddamn cat being a queen. It confuses people. They don't understand. And you got you almost killed. It annoys me so much. Anyway, again, I think we needed more time to let this episode simmer, and let's have some positive Star Trek stuff going on with the 6 months of post-burn, dilithium, getting spread out. We needed more time. The commencement thing for Starfleet Academy was great. President's speech was good. Seeing Vance and his family was awesome. And then straight into this whole disaster. Disaster itself was fine. I wish it wouldn't have been quantified so quickly that it was a gravitational anomaly, which would have been more of a mystery for a little while longer. And then...
Well, that does tell you that that's not the real plot, which is great. It isn't.
Hopefully.
It isn't a 13 episode. What's the burn? It's like, yeah, there's a thing. That's what it is. What does it mean? That's the story. So I'm really excited by that. It isn't going to draw us out for 10 episodes.
I think it probably will.
Well,
anyway, the whole book thing and his family, his nephew. Again, like you said, the nephew was an awful actor. Didn't care. Wasn't upset by the end with what happened to his planet. Sure, it's tragic for the character, but I'm not connected enough to it. Didn't care about the guy that died either for some reason. They tried to make us feel something for him by describing his planet or a thing on his planet and the fact that he wanted to go home, but didn't care. Still don't. Wasn't well written. Wasn't done properly. At least Reese got some lines. That was nice. Burnham was being Burnham again. Still a little bit.
She does do that.
Yeah, she does. The Federation president, really like her, but she was up and down. Like, should we trust her? Nope. Should we trust her? Nope. And then at the end, I really like her speech. I like the way she thinks. I like the way she talks. She's not a Kai Wynn. I don't want to hear those comparisons because she's really not. But that being said, Tilly, I did not enjoy Tilly in this episode at all. She could be a generic character. She should have been somebody else, honestly.
She could be Reese.
Yeah, Reese or Bryce, yeah. And Detmer did a good job. Detmer and Washington, like the back and forth they had this whole episode was awesome. Love that. Visual effects were all right. the whole digital stunt double thing out. It's clearly like it's too obvious, unfortunately. And that bugged me a little bit. So,
guys, vote on the poll. Vote on 75 votes. Vote on the poll.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm done. I'm trying to remember anything else that I wanted to say, but oh yeah, the Saru and what's the other guy's name?
Rumdar.
No,
I knew it at the time, but I forgot.
Sukal. That's it.
Yes.
Those scenes were really well done, and yes, let's get Saru back because him being on Kaminar serves no real purpose, and I kind of miss the character. He's a good character, so yes, get him back. Let's have some tempering of him, tempering Burnham's impulsiveness again. That would be great. Yep, that's where I am. So I'm going to give it a score of.
Remember, for both this season and all Discovery.
I know.
Okay.
No, for this season, it's going to get a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
For all Discovery, I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
7 out of 10 for all Discovery. Yeah.
Okay.
Those be my numbers.
Guys, vote in the poll and put in your non-super chat vote for score and super chat. We're doing really well. We need another $20 and we've hit our beautiful second row goal. Thanks for one chap that gave a 20. We'll read that in a second. Oh no, Stuart, no, do the super chats now. Well, before I do mine, because they're waiting for their shout out, and it's pretty amazing numbers. So thanks so much.
All right, here we go. Ronald Anderson, $25. I read that one already. Never mind.
Still amazing though. That's so helpful.
Yeah, yes. Snoopy McQueen, $5. Great episode. One of Disco's best episodes and Trek episodes. 8 out of 10. No. All right. Well, it's okay. Eugene, 250 rubles.
He's back.
Feels just the same as season 3. I'm neither excited nor angered by it. I just don't care. So 5 out of 10 probably. That sounds about right. The I don't care. It just feels like the same old shit. Yep. TX Stephen B, $25. Amazing super chat. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the future Starfleet vessels in more detail, as are we, and we will show them to you in greater detail when we do our episodes on them. Fun will now commence. Who's been a member for 16 months, the Riker Commander.
Amazing.
It says 6 out of 10. Flawed, but with parts that were very Trek. That is also a good summation of my thoughts. So, and Dax Cisco, $2. A solid 7 out of 10. Going in the right direction. Yeah.
And my poll was, are you more excited for season 4 after having seen this first episode? 64% yes, 36% no. Good poll. And I'll do one more before I say my bit. But yeah, it's keeping non-super chat scores as well. I really want to be able to just burn through those and see where the consensus is. Or at least where the range is. Because we all tend to be vaguely in the same place. But yes, right, just do another poll briefly.
And like goal, guys. 12 more likes. Let's get to 200 likes. We have 140 people here. I think there are definitely 12 people that have not yet hit that like button. Give it a tap, give it a nudge, give it a brush, give it a rub, give it a swipe, give it a tap, give it a hit, give it a punch, give it a something. Do something to the like button.
Are you saying bop it, smack it, twist it, grip it?
Yes, bop it. Absolutely.
So my thoughts, Stuart. Yep, enjoyed it. It's a Trek romp inside of a Discovery romp with a Trek wrapper on top, which is unusual for Discovery. The future stuff was really great to see it be explored and given mostly enough time to breathe to make us feel, yes, they succeeded, but last season caught off, and this isn't going to be the last time we see that. We're going to get more of that as we go. Just that was the big bit. Great first 20 minutes, very Starfleet, very Federation, yet still very Discovery, yet still Burnham in almost the best light, yet still flawed, which we obviously get later on. Great new, maybe even antagonist character, the President, really well cast, real acted. Vance underused. Hopefully we get to see a lot more of him. Side characters felt more present despite not getting many more lines, but that's a good stepping stone to being an actual crew. So keep going on that. They've already forgot about beaming with the communicators, but hey ho, whatever. The shot by door can close now sometimes, that's good. Voyager's getting some shout outs, which is nice. The anomaly, I like it being used straight away. I thought that was a nice... There's more to the story than meets the eye, so we see it. Although it gives me instantly vibes from the Flux from Doctor Who, which is also a galaxy-destroying, big, glowy, portally, blah, 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 event thing. So got flashbacks to that from like 2 weeks ago. But hey-ho. And Quajon at the end was, I thought, super effective. I really felt for... I mean, it helps I just met the Booker actor like 3 days ago and I really clicked with him as a person. So I'm like...
Well, yes, that would definitely help.
Yeah, that would definitely help. Because I really like the guy. And we had a good... And it's sad because I said to him, I bet we're going to see Quajon a lot more. He's like, yes, you are. It's like, no, we're not! Although
It might be in flashbacks. We still got to find out what happened to his little amulet thing. So.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to have time travel maybe, or something to go back, or maybe universe hopping, because I don't think that planet's going to stay blown up. It doesn't. It feels too vicious to be a staying there fundamental thing. Maybe it's kind of a whale probe thing where we have to go back and alter a thing to alter a thing. Who knows? And I thought it was their best season opener, most consistent, most Trek, most solid. Yes, probably the worst thing, and even my dad said this, who had watched it as well. So the worst thing about the episode is the stupid pyrotechnics, which are obnoxious. And if that's the worst thing, the episode's done great. If that's the worst thing about it, it's a high bar. Score-wise, I'm going to say, because we don't know the rest of the season, I'm going to say 7.5 for this season, because it's the first one, and easily an 8 for Discovery. It's top tier of the episodes, easily. And it might be higher in the score for this season. We haven't seen the rest of the season yet. But yeah, one of the best Discovery episodes.
Cool. 7 more likes, guys. I've been watching the likes go up. We're 7 away. It's stalled at 193. 7 people haven't hit the like button. So Samuel's now going to read the non-super chat scores. Let's see where the score is at.
We need $13 more to round up. I'm just saying. And 7 more likes. I'm just saying. Alright, what do people think? People have scored it as... Are we ready? 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 2 out of 10. 7.5. 8. 8. 5. 8.5. 8. 8. 6. 4. 8.5. 6. 8. 7.5. 4. 6. 5. 8.5. 11! Which is a lie. No episode's 11 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I read them all. That's what I thought. So yeah, you're in the low, and they're all a bit higher than me.
There's some that are 2 or 4. Like there are some low ones. One of those some people just don't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. Like I said, it had some Star Trek-y elements to it, and it was fun to watch. The pacing was pretty good, but I was disappointed with Tilly. I was disappointed in a lot of the effects. I was disappointed in a lot of the story problems. I don't know, just.
Which is so funny because I was really quite impressed with the Digi-Double stuff, and I'm the CG guy, and I don't like Tilly anyway, so it didn't faze me. So we have our own personal pendulums. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, hey, better than it could have been.
Sure, we don't have our own personal wrecking balls.
But will there be a super chat that'll come in like a wrecking ball?
It came in like a we got 200 likes. Yes, and Dax Cisco is currently the last super chat slot.
Ooh.
We just still have that available. If anybody else wants to super chat in, please
Only
feel
at 13.
free.
Only at 13. But this was fun, Stuart. This was a fun 3 hours.
Spike, my review of this review, curmudgeon. Oh, you watched my rant video, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Well,
we weren't curmudgeon-y at all.
I gave lots of nice things. I was very positive.
So did I.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, go and look at our Edge review and a spoiler-free, although we've been massively spoiled. But that was quite hard to film because, you know, it's hard to not spoil things in this one. It was very, very narratively focused. And of course, check out all of our sub-videos, which will be all throughout the week. Yes, there's a one a day by Grathar's Hammer. There is one a day. I've done
Prodigy
some of those.
And Discovery Mix. So.
Yes, because that's still a thing for 2 more. So yeah, we Discovery all week and Prodigy at the weekends. There's some more stuff. I think we had quite a fun 2 for those. And yeah, next episode on. Yeah.
Dax Cisco, $5. Top 1/3 of Disco episode with the caveat: if things change towards more episodic, crew-centric Trek, If it's transformative in that way, then yes, top 1/3. Thank you, Mickey. Mickey says we rock.
Yeah, thank you. And my poll was, is it in the top 1/3 of Discovery episodes? Which I assume you'd agree with, Stuart, because...
When I originally read the poll, I'm like, is this like one of the... in the top 3 best Discovery episodes? I was like, fuck no.
No.
But then I'm like, oh, it's top 1/3. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I would agree that it's up there. But yeah, top 3. It's like, nope.
No, definitely not top 3, but definitely top third. So it's not a very hard, one. But yeah, I'm glad 60% say yes. They all say no. I'm okay with that, which is good. I'm glad they're, raising the overall quality.
Yeah.
And I guess
keep it up, guys.
Well, I mean, they're already probably finished, and then move on to the next show at this point. But...
I know, but I'm just being trying to be. Yeah. Shut up.
Oh.
And on that note.
Yeah, what a note, Stuart. Thanks, man. So I guess we're not going to get our last $17. But anyway, you guys rock. And thanks for joining us for this. Please join next week if you can. It won't be the same early time unless it's obscenely a lot of talk about a game that does take a little while. Although I guess we're stopping an hour early, so we don't need the full 3 hours. But, good.
No, and we spent like a good hour of that almost trying to fill in time while things downloaded and uploaded. Not that they knew that, because they didn't know that was going on in the background. But
yes, and it didn't affect the stream either. I was very happy about that, because I was worried.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Share this around with anybody you think would enjoy it. Discovery fans you like. Let them know that we're not haters on Discovery. We talk about it fairly. So, yeah. Spread the Trekyards word, man.
Enjoy our breakdowns. And we're sorry no more Prodigy, but we'll be there when it's back. And I did check. Yes, 13 episodes of Discovery. So the ride continues. That's a lot of Trek.
It is.
All through Christmas and...
Yes.
Oof. Until next time, he is Captain Foley.
He is Commander Cockings.
Bye, guys.
We are